Good day, students. Welcome back to our online classes. Now, I hope you had a good Diwali vacation and at the same time, you also have started submitting your project for the semester 1, which I had given on the last day of your Diwali vacation. I hope you have started submitting that into your Google Classrooms. If not, please do it at the earliest. 9th is the last day when you can submit the projects. Now moving on to our semester 2 portion. Now in our last semester before Diwali vacation, we covered all the different employability skills which was a part of your skill education subject. Now in semester 2, we are going to start with our basic subject skill which is IT 402. Now last year when you were in 8th standard, we had told you that in 9th standard onwards you will be having artificial intelligence as the skill education. But on thoughts on giving a thought to the different problems which we are facing this year, and also the fact that you are not able to attend regular school and do regular practicals, the management and madam and all the teachers in consultation with each other, we decided that this year we will not start with artificial intelligence as a skill education. Rather, we will continue with IT 402, which is an already existing subject with the CBSE. Now, what happens with artificial intelligence, which we had initially planned last year, was that it is a completely new subject, and also it requires more of practical application, which is not possible by many of you because of the infrastructural problems, that you may not have the necessary software or the hardware or the different tools which are needed for artificial intelligence, and as a school we will also not be able to provide it to you at this stage because given the current scenario. So we have decided that for this year and next year, the syllabus is not going to be artificial intelligence, it is going to be IT, that is information technology, and the code is going to be 402. So initially, maybe at the beginning of the year, we had started off with and I had told you that our skill subject is going to be artificial intelligence, but no, this year we are not going to go in for artificial intelligence because of the current scenario where there is so much of instability and uncertainty about when the schools will reopen and how it is going to go on. So it is better to stick with a syllabus or a subject which is already existing with the CBSE, and the portions, the sample papers, etc., the PDF files, the notes, etc., everything will be readily available. So that is why we have decided to go in for information technology 402 as the skill subject for 9th standard, as well as it will be continuing for you in 10th standard also. So now we go on to the skill subject part, that is IT, and today we are going to start with the first unit of IT 402, that is the information technology enabled services, that is ITES. Information technology enabled services are the services which use information technology for the purpose of enhancing the business or the actual way or working of an organization, that is called as the IT enabled services. Now, but before we go into that, let us before I go on to the starting the first chapter or the first unit, that is IT enabled services, I'll first explain to you how you can download the PDF book for this particular subject from the CBSE website. So you will double click on the Google search engine and type cbse.nic.in. The CBSE website will open up for you. Click on the CBSE website, and under the examinations tab you will click on curriculum and syllabus. Under the skill education, because IT 402 comes under the skill education tab, you will click on skill education, and here you will click on books. Under books you will click on secondary level, and now just like how you downloaded the employability skills notes and study material, you will come down and download the information technology 402 class 9 PDF notes. It will open up as a PDF. The name of the book is Domestic Data Entry Operations. You will click on the download button here and you can download this book for your study reference purpose. It is a PDF file, in PDF format. So this is the textbook which we are going to use. All the subject is IT 402 and the book's name is Domestic Data Entry Operations. Now under this book we are going to cover 5 different topics, which are the introduction to IT enabled services, data entry and keyboarding skills, which is mostly a practical oriented. Then we are going to have digital documentation, electronic spreadsheet and digital presentation. So basically this is the content of the subject IT 402 for this standard 9. So today we are going to start with the first chapter, which is Introduction to IT enabled services. First, let us understand what is information technology. So information technology or IT, this name must be very familiar to you by now. It means creating, managing, storing and exchanging of information. So IT not only includes the technology which deals with the software or of the computer hardware and the software of this thing, but it deals with all the technology which is used to create, store and transfer information. So the entire IT as a whole covers the entire hardware and the software which is used for creating, storing and transferring of information from one place to the other. So that is what is actually information technology. Now, what are the benefits of IT in business? So basically today we are going to learn about IT enabled business services. So what is the benefit of using information technology in business? It helps in reaching more potential customers, developing business relations with the potential customers, streamlining of operations, reducing the cost, improving efficiency, maximizing the profits, minimizing waste, providing better services to the customers, providing better relations with the partners and also allowing customers to guide the business. So allowing the customers to better guide business. So basically when I use information technology in a business, it helps me in improving the efficiency of the business and helping in to improve the profits, minimizing waste and streamlining the operations, giving better customer services and also getting more and more potential customers. So basically when I include information technology as a part of my business, it helps me to a great deal. So what are IT enabled services? So information technology that enables the business to improve the quality of services is information technology enabled services. So whenever I include certain services into my business which helps to improve the efficiency or quality of my service, then that becomes IT enabled services. IT enabled services is also called as web enabled services or remote services, which cover the entire operations which exploit information technology for improving the efficiency of an organization. So basically all the services which put together improves the efficiency of the organization, that is covered under the IT enabled services. Now, what are the career options in IT enabled services? So nowadays most of the businesses are having a lot of IT involved in them. So you have got call centers, payrolls, logistic management. Like for example, Amazon, they have their big large logistic or centers which are managed. So when you place an order, you will be able to get the product within a few hours or a few days. Then revenue claiming, medical bills, medical transcriptionist, human resources services, that is placement services, etc. Then you have got legal databases, then legal services can be provided, bank back office organization, content development. You can give people, you can outsource the content management, that is creating of websites, creating of brochures, pamphlets, reports, etc. Everything can be given to these are the different career options which are available. That is global information system, lot of information you can get, web services. All these are the different career options which are available in IT enabled services. So let us look at what are the different types of career options, or what is a BPO. Basically, you must have heard of this word called BPO, that is business process outsourcing units, which help to, and the businesses nowadays, what they are doing is they are outsourcing everything, all the services and all the different types of services which they can give. They are outsourcing it to different organizations, which create job opportunities for the people and help to grow. And as I told you, the different benefits which I already explained to you, that is possible because of this IT enabled services. So let us look at the BPO industry in detail. The BPO industry is a very important IT enabled service industry which is coming up in recent times. So you must have heard of this word called BPO. BPO stands for business process outsourcing. It means the performing a business operation which is outside, which is outsourced to another service provider. So many of the organizations nowadays, what they do is they outsource their entire services to another organization which does the work for them. And it's a highly organized and very proper industry in itself, which provides various services like financial and accounting services, taxation and insurance services, e-publishing and web promotions, legal services, content writing, media, multimedia, designing. All these services like software testing, healthcare services, all of them are outsourced to by a company to the different BPOs. Now these BPOs, they take up the work of coordinating with the customers, with all the other people around, and they give perfect and really good services to the public. For example, you have got call centers like for the BPOs, and for Tata Consultancy Services or Google or Amazon, or all of them have got, or even LIC, they all the work of actually having customer relations and solving queries and taking up customer calls. All this is done by the BPOs, that is the business process outsourcing units. The banks also nowadays have got a lot of BPOs. All the work of outsourcing is given is outsourced to BPOs. So BPO is a very important IT enabled service industry which is coming up in India a lot. Now BPM industry in India, that is the business process management, it is called as the business process management industry, has been fueling India's growth. Now you will see that in addition to contributing to the country's GDP, that is the gross domestic production, and it has also helped to increase exports, and has provided India with a wide range of economic and social benefits. So many of the people nowadays, many, you will find many of the youngsters who are now getting employed in these type of BPOs, all or process management companies, call centers. So it is helping to boost the economy. So BPO services provided in India invest in high tech hardware and software to deliver the best services possible. There is a lot of quality checks which are done to ensure that there is error free and exceptional services. So sometimes whenever you call up a call center, you will always you must have heard a message called that this particular call has been recorded for service purposes. So this way they try to improve their services, and all the calls that you do to such type of BPOs or call centers are always recorded for quality improvement purpose. Then the government of India is also encouraging such type of BPO industries in India by providing the necessary infrastructure and logistical support. You must have seen that the government gives a lot of incentives to to the states which provide techno parks and technical places where there are large BPOs are set up. In Mahape, in Thane itself, in Mahape area, there are a lot of call centers, BPOs, and smart cities, smart towns, all are coming up in different areas in different places in India to help develop this type of BPO industry or service industry. So basically, this type of BPM or BPO industry, it comes under three different main categories. That is the multinational companies. Most of the multinational companies which have their headquarters outside India, but they operate in multiple locations within India, and they cater to both external and domestic clients. So many multinationals now, what they are doing is they are setting up their BPO industries or their process management industries in India, and they cater to both the domestic as well as international clients. Then there are Indian service providers. They have started their within their own operations in India. Most of them have their headquarters in India itself, and but they have their BPOs where they are. For example, LIC also, or many other like banks like Bank of India, Bank of Baroda. All of them have got they are Indian companies or Indian service providers where whose most of the client bases are global as well as domestic. They're focusing on providing service to the Indian client. And then there are global in-house centers which provide the global in-house centers which cater to their parent companies, and also to do not they only cater to the companies, they do not service the external clients, but this they only cater to their global clients. So this way, these are the few of the BPO industries. Now let us go on to the next part of this chapter, which is called as IT applications. Now what are IT applications? The application of IT, or the industry, how IT, that is information technology, is there in various parts of your how do you apply information technology in the various spheres of your life. Like for example, listening to music, watching videos, playing games, doing office work, chatting, sending messages, managing your daily planner, reading books, paying utility bills, booking tickets, bank operations. Everything is done using the IT application, that is information technology. So what are the different fields? Now under in various fields you have got information technology which has come into. So the various applications are in banking, insurance, education, marketing, healthcare, engineering, design, military, communication, animation, research, agriculture, all these, and in government, all these fields information technology has taken up a great part. So most of the industries, in fact every sphere of your life, information technology has taken over. So let us go into the different fields of application of information technology in your day-to-day life. So the first application of IT is in your home computing. You know very well that in your everyday life at home, you can use computers to play games, to listen to music, and in your everyday life, there is this. It's a vast range of activities which you do at home. Listen to music, play games. You are on social media from home. You can pay your bills and many other activities you do. So IT in everyday life is a very important factor. So you can use just like how you use your washing machines and ovens and all that gadgets nowadays, even computers and IT has become a part of your day to day life. Now IT in libraries, you know that very well that nowadays most of the libraries are computerized libraries where all the books are barcoded, and you know exactly from where to get your book. And even most of the time the books are also in now in PDF formats where you can download the books and read it. So computer softwares are used to issue and return books at so libraries, and the books are all having magnetic strips which are attached to the book, so that you can immediately know in which rack or in which place the book is. So this way IT has also taken its place in the libraries. Now what about workspace? Workplace, as you all know that the most of the places in most of the offices, in assembly lines, industries and offices, it helps to speed up the efficiency and automation. Most of the offices, because of internet and because of IT, most of the offices are now completely automated. So paperwork has got reduced a lot because of IT. The next one is IT in education. I need not explain much to you. You are also a part of the education process now, and you know that most of the schools now have shifted over to online education, and this is not possible because without the IT, without IT and without internet services and IT services. So here we have got audio visual. Still you can make presentations, animation, audio and video, and almost all the teaching is now done on a digital platform with smart boards and internet services. So now here ICT in classrooms, you know very well, e-learning classrooms, smart boards, videos on experiments, creating images and videos, desktop publishing, magazines, educational games, CD-ROMs, all this. Like you also have a lot of apps like Byju's etc., where you know Vedantu, Byju's, all this is giving education anytime, anywhere. So even the NCERT textbook, even what I'm doing right now, that is explaining the entire chapter to you in a PDF format from the website, is also a way of how IT has entered into your classroom. So any student in India can go to the NCERT website and download the textbooks which are available. Also web based training, what we are actually doing now is web based training, has then teaching aids, media, all, and even learning management system. For example, the Google Classrooms, where you are uploading your the notes, you are uploading your assignments, or writing exams. All this is learning management systems which help to monitor the progress of the students, and you can submit your comments. There are forums which are available. There are co-curricular activity videos which help you to learn and understand. So in a way, you look at it that IT has entered into classrooms and into education in a very, very big way. Most of the time now, in the future, exams are also going to be held online, which will be a revolution in itself, where you don't have to go to an examination center and write. You can exactly write your exam from your home, just like how you did your unit and your semester exam. So this is the way how IT has entered into the field of education. What about the next, this, that is IT in entertainment. You know very well that nowadays, in every way, entertainment field also IT has this thing. So you can download movies, you can play games, chat, use multimedia. Then you have got Xbox play, a lot of different types of playing environment, where you can play games online. And you can I need not explain much to you about it, because you yourself must be getting a lot of entertainment from your using IT. Then there is IT in communication. You know very well that communication is used to convey messages, ideas, pictures, and speeches. So a person can receive using email, chatting, telnet, video conferencing, WhatsApp, and Instagram, and so many ways in which you can, Facebook, you can communicate to your thoughts and your ideas to different types of people, using blogs, using Facebook, using your different types of social media platforms. You can chat and communicate your ideas and thoughts to all around the world. So this is how IT has entered into the communication field. What about business? Yeah, business is a very important place where IT. So your most of the businesses nowadays, e-commerce sites are there, where you need not actually visit a particular a shop to buy. You can do online shopping, you can do product browsing. You see, you can product browse, shop in the this thing, check out, tax, shopping receipts, purchase orders, everything can be done online now. Transaction documents, presentations, everything can be done. Smart cards such as credit card and debit cards are used to shop. Most of the time there is a something called as a personal identification number or a PIN number, which you will use, and there you can do your reservations, you can do online banking, you can go and check out your using centralized reservations. You can do reservations in your flight bookings, your hotel bookings. So all this way, all this has improved the way business is done today, thanks to the different types of IT services which are available. So here the next one is IT in science and engineering. Again, you have got computer aided designing, computer aided manufacturing, where computers and IT are used for designing and manufacturing the different types. So you have got a three-dimensional object of how it is going to look like after it is made. Even now, the entire a building or a flat or a particular product, you can see it in three dimension. You can visualize how it is, the end product is going to look like. So computer has helped, aided in science and engineering to a vast extent. And here you have got in banking also. You know very well that you need not visit a bank now. You can go to you can do your recurring deposits, FDs, NEFT transfers, all the online transactions, your fund transfers, everything. Even ATM machines, you can just go and withdraw cash, deposit cash. So all the banking services have now become IT enabled. The next is IT in insurance. That insurance companies nowadays, most of the insurance companies, they have their own websites where you can do your renewal of your policies, the start date, end date, the maturity, the interest due, everything. You can get a immediate information about it because of the IT services, the websites. You can go into their call centers and immediately renew policies or get refunds immediately with the help of information technology. And in marketing, there is a lot of scope of IT in marketing, that you have got a lot of call centers where people call up and advertise their products. Also, advertising of the product by arts, graphics, etc. is possible. People can use e-commerce websites, and people can purchase their items even by sitting at home. Now, IT in healthcare, again in the hospital management systems, in MRI machines, ECG machines, ultrasonography machines, CT scanners. So all these places, diagnostic tools and instruments, a lot of computers has been used, and computers and ICT has become part of the diagnostic process. So you have got high tech hardware, computer hardware, software, and high tech machines which are used for diagnosing a particular and giving treatment to a particular person. So you have got computerized axial tomography machines, that is the CAT machines, the magnetic resonance imaging machine, that is the MRI machines. You must have heard of all these machines which are completely driven on information technology, and which are the ECG machine, the EEG machine, that is the cardiogram machine, the cardiac screening machine. So these are the encephalography machines, the EEG machines, which help to trace the brain waves, the blood testing, sugar testing, the BP monitoring machine. All these are the machines through which IT has taken over the medical field. And the last, you can have the IT in government services. You know very well how government nowadays, the digital India has been, and the digital e-governance has been promoted a lot. And we have got the income tax department, sales tax department, the voters list, preparation of PAN cards, electricity bill, telephone bills, everything. Even if you want to download your Aadhaar card and your PAN card, and many of the services where government, you had to go and visit the government offices, now that has been completely enabled, IT enabled, and you can just visit the website and get a do all the work relating to these departments. The income tax department, you can file income tax returns, you can get your the sales tax, your voucher, the even for the MSME sector, that is the medium and distinct sectors, then many of the payments of tax and VAT, etc., all have been done online. So GST payments and GST, everything is done online by the government of India, and they have helped in a great way to the business houses and to the customers, how to reduce their strain of going and standing in large queues. Everything can be done at home, and you need not go on every time going and visiting the sites. Even the status, suppose you apply for a passport, you are given a tracker number, whereby just entering the tracking number, you can track the status of an application done at in a passport office or in any government organization. So this way, IT has enabled us to make our life much more easier and simpler, with all the different fields in which IT has been IT enabled services have taken place, and IT has helped in improving the quality of our life. So with this, we come to the end of this chapter and this particular unit. And to have a recap, we have learned what is information technology, what are IT enabled services, what are their benefits, what are the career prospects, what is a BPO industry, how it has grown and helped in increasing the economic and social progress of the country. What are the different fields in which IT is today a part of our daily life, that is in business, in healthcare, education, medical services, then banking services, customer support, e-commerce, in all the different fields of how IT has improved and how IT is applied in the different fields of today's life. So this is what is our first unit, which is IT enabled services and applications of IT. I hope this chapter you have understood very clearly with about it. And please read through the PDF. Please download the textbook and the PDF so that you can better understand the chapter once you go through it. Thank you.